Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday morning, the 8th. I'm James Spann. Little light rain this morning with a cold front coming in. Nice day tomorrow. More rain before the weekend is over. We'll check some of the Skycam shots around the network early this morning at the somewhat insane hour of 5 a.m. We'll start with the Skycam coming from Trussville, and the fog is back. Not as thick as it was a couple of mornings ago, but it's definitely there. And again, you can see it from our Gadsden Skycam as well, but at least you can see the city lights, so it's clearly not as bad as it was a few mornings ago. And there's the Tuscaloosa Skycam. By the way, thanks to everybody for coming out to our show at Holt High School last night. Had a big standing room only crowd. That was great. Good to see everybody, and we'll be in Jasper next Tuesday night. A lot of things happening here. You can see up in the Northeast, you can see what's happening. A strong shortwave trough is coming through the Great Lakes region. Shortwave trough is rotating through the Mid-Atlantic coast. Those things will be phasing up for the big blizzard over the Northeast. And look at the trough in the west. That's our next weather maker for late this weekend. That's the radar. That was at 4:59 this morning. And a batch of rain passing through the northwest part of the state. We actually had a lightning strike or two in there earlier, and that will be working its way to the southeast. Most locations getting under a quarter inch of rain, and we think the rain should be out of this part of Alabama by midday today. Temperatures have not budged much all night, mostly upper 40s, Birmingham at 49, and around the nation. Temperature's not that bad. Of course, the really cold air is over eastern Canada, and that is dipping down into the northeast, which is part of the ingredients for that really, really nasty blizzard. Winter storm warnings in effect for most of New England. Blizzard warnings for the coastline of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, down into Long Island, New York City. And again, that's just messy. But look in the west now. Let's not get our eye off the ball here. We've got a lot of winter storm issues in the mountains. And again, that big trough will be lifting out and going to produce a lot of rain here. There's a look at our developing nor'easter on the outer banks of North Carolina, down to 1,000 millibars, and watch that thing deepen rapidly as it moves northeast. And that's going to be very interesting to watch how this whole thing plays out for New York City and Boston. This is the latest RPM. Not a whole lot of change. Every run, the numbers tweak a little bit, but again, it's got Boston in a 30 to 36 inch zone of accumulated snow, and you factor in winds of 60 miles an hour, gusting to 75, gusting to hurricane force. Numbers are not as high for New York City, but clearly they're going to have blizzard conditions there as well. And, we're looking at power outages, disruption of life for days, major air issues, airports shut down. You know the deal. I mean, it's just going to be a tremendous disruption here. And quite frankly, it is a threat to human life. So hopefully everybody up there is heeding the warnings and just going to in a good place to ride this thing out. All right, severe weather. This is the day 2 outlook. Tomorrow, we've got a risk of severe weather, the standard slight risk over central Texas. That does include Dallas-Fort Worth, down into the hill country. And on day 3, this is on Saturday, the risk is over into all of Louisiana, or most of Louisiana, and the adjacent parts of Texas, Mississippi, Arkansas. Beyond that, there's no formal risk, and that's probably a good call. I think our main issue here is going to be from heavy rain and flooding as opposed to severe weather. This is the rain for the next 5 days, and this is suggesting rain amounts of 2 to 3 inches here through Wednesday morning of next week. And clearly we'll see some big numbers, hopefully not enough for major flooding issues, but just something we'll have to watch. Let's look at modeling here. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at noon today. Energy coming through. And boy, you can just see the players in the field lining up for that northeast mess. And then there's a big trough in the western states, and that'll be the next rainmaker late in the weekend. Down below that, the surface cold front coming through. We think the bulk of the shower should be out of here by the lunch hour, at least for this part of the state. And of course, the screaming feature is the big nor'easter that's at that point 992 millibars. Tomorrow, great day. The only issue for us, we could see some fog late tonight, early tomorrow morning. And we're going to be close to freezing. In fact, we should be at or below freezing tomorrow morning. And with the wet ground, temperatures dropping near the dew point, light wind, clear sky, just be aware that could be an issue. But other than that, we warm up nicely. The high tomorrow should be around 60 with a good deal of sunshine. A very nice day. Sunday, but boy, look how things change. Winds pick up out of the south. Rain will likely arrive Sunday afternoon. 992 millibar low that's north of Omaha. And again, there could be some pretty rough storms to the west of here. We'll go to Sunday night at midnight. Heavy rain falling over about the northern half of the state. A sub 1,000 millibar low near Minneapolis, St. Paul. There could be a strong storm Sunday night, but again, I think the main threat would be from heavy rain. And then Monday, by noon, the GFS pushes the rain down into South Alabama. So, there could be a break in the rain on Monday after a big soaking Sunday night. And the European is in pretty decent agreement. This is noon on the European. So Sunday night soaker. And then for the northern counties, there could be a well-defined break in the rain on Monday. But don't get used to it because look what comes on Tuesday. Another wave on the front. The surface wave is over East Texas around Longview and Tyler. And more heavy rain develops Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. This is Tuesday night. The surface low is basically right on top of us. And look at the snow potential here for Memphis and Little Rock. Hey, I'm just saying somebody might be dealing with some snowflakes to the north and west of here. And then this is Wednesday at noon. That surface low is moving out of here. Critical thickness values are suggesting there could be a few snowflakes maybe over the Tennessee Valley of North Alabama, but down where we are, I don't think it will be anything significant. But clearly colder on Wednesday with highs in the low 50s. And then Thursday should be a sunny and cool day. Temperatures exactly average, 50s and 30s. And a week from today, looks like a new surge of cold air begins to drop in here. That's a 137 millibar high that is located up on the Canadian border. We note that little impulse around Texarkana. And again, the models have been trending colder and kind of unsettled, later in the month. Let's go to the 16th. Talk about cold. Look at the trough over the east. And wow, the 540 line driven deep into the Gulf. This is just cold. Highs in the 30s if this is right. Maybe highs in the 20s up over the Tennessee Valley. And then on the 20th, the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, in this whole time frame, the modelists kept hinting at mischief. And here we got a deep surface low. It's so far south, though, that really, if you're going to see any snow here, it might be in Montgomery. But again, that's a winter weather look for North Alabama. You got a 1041 high near Chicago and a surface low in the Gulf. And this is pure voodoo and speculation, but the model has been talking to us, is trying to suggest cold and unsettled out in that period. Then on the 23rd, temperatures moderate a little bit, but it still looks pretty cold, especially up north with a 1048 high near Minneapolis, St. Paul. That's it for the Weather Extreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. And don't forget to watch us on ABC 3340 News this evening at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
Hey, this is Ross with my partner Bob. We have a show called Worldview Matters.
And Ross, as you know, we believe that everything in life is somehow related to how people view the world around them.
Our show is available on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app. Also available on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.